କ'ଣ ଆରମ୍ଭ କରିବା? ଅଛି ଅନ୍ ଅଛି ସବୁ? ଓକେ, ନାଇସ୍. Okay, now just close your eyes, please. Vedeshangapadakramo Vanishadir Gayandiyam Shama Dhyanavastite Gate Namanasha Shandiyam Yoginam Shantam Vidusura Suragana Devaya Tasmai Namaha. Okay, friends. This morning I was listening to the talk 2 days back, and it was just amazing. So many dimensions are opening up. I sincerely hope that those of you are really very sincere and very really want to see it as it is, and it's absolutely effortless, and that's what exactly you must see it. I hope you are listening it again and not just waiting for the next class. Understand, friends, you may wait for the next class, next verse, next wage of explanation, but you cannot wait for the next you. Must see it very clearly. You can wait for your next birthday, next marriage, next divorce, next death of a person or birth of a person. But you cannot wait for the next you. Just doesn't work. There is no next there. There was nothing before. There shall be nothing after you. The infinite existence, absolute, all-pervasive. Na sadasit, na sadasit. There is nothing existing before. There is nothing existing, will not exist, anything after, because there is no before and after. So you can't wait, understand, there is no waiting for the self. You understand? That is why that language there is so beautiful. Darshana prathama bhasha, the second line, drashtu darshana drushyani tyaktva vasanaya saha, number 2. Darshana prathama bhasam atmanam samupasmahe, that language. Darshana prathama avasa. The first hint of seeing begins there, not the being. Your sense of being doesn't begin. Your sense of seeing with the eyes begins. Your sense of seeing a thought begins. But your sense of being doesn't begin. And in reality, that is what exactly you are. Tam Atmanam Samupasmai, to that self I am reveling in. When I say I am remembering myself means I am being myself. Understand? To remember your past, you have to remember an incident. To remember, to project into future, you have to remember something. To remember your father, only you can remember, unless others know about it. You can bring the picture of your father, to remember your mother, to remember Himalayas, to remember anything, any sound that you heard, any touch that you had touched, sights you had seen, taste you had tasted, smell you had smelt, anything that you had experienced. To remember it, you need a thought. Without a thought, you cannot remember. That is why I cannot remember your experiences. Understand, it's very, very simple. I cannot remember your experiences, nor can you remember my experiences. So to remember something, you have to remember you have to remember a thought, a memory, which is created by the what? Darshtu, Drashana, Drushyani, Vasanaya saha. You are seeing something with your eyes. When you see that object, before you see the object, you cannot remember it. Just take anything, whether you can explain it to yourself in relation to a sound, a touch, a sight, a taste, or a smell. Anything you like, please do not get confused. Just anything. Before you hear something, can you think about it? A sound. Think of my mother's voice. Think you have not touched. You have not touched a mountain lion. Think of how does it feel. You have never been stung by a scorpion. Think, how does it feel? You have not seen deep Himalayas. Think. You have not tasted a particular food. Mugajau. Think. You have not smelled a particular flower. Palasa. I am naming it. You can't think. If the name doesn't bring a picture, neither the fragrance comes. So for you to remember something, there must have been already sheer, seen, true to what you perceive, true to your eyes seeing the object, true to that perception, the thought must be there. And that thought is an impression. Call it a vasana. An impression. It's not a dangerous word. Don't make it a dangerous word. Vasana, impression. No. It is just a thought. That there is an impression is not a problem until you succumb to the impression. Understand? A vasana nama bhogajanya samskara. Vasana means which is bhogajanya samskara. Impressions created because of your experiencing that object. So every thought you can name it as a vasana. Understand? Suppose you go on dwelling upon it, I want it, and you use that vasana, then you become a victim of it. The thoughts do not victimize you, because thoughts are not personalities targeting you. You use the thought. I thought. So the ahankar. Also who considers itself as the seer. Eyes do not consider themselves seer. Eyes do not consider the object as seen. I am speaking, if I go to the board it will be easier. Maybe I shall do that sometimes, please. Object by itself, you do not call it as the seen. The eyes see, but eyes do not consider itself seer. Eyes don't say, I see. But true to the perception, the thought comes, the vasana, the impression. The eyes don't say, I gathered the thought. The flower doesn't say, I was gathered as a thought. Now I have an impression in his head. No. The I thought says that. And for the I thought to say, I have the impression of this flower, can I go there? Is it okay? I said, just make it out. Just that thing is there. I'll go for 2 minutes, okay? So because this is something which you should see it very, very clearly, okay? Please think of it. I wanted to tell you to organize it before, but just see, it doesn't matter. Don't worry about it. Please see that. Because it's very, very simple, friends. Okay, I'll go there. Don't worry about it, this is a thing you must see. So just see that point, huh? Okay. Now please look at it, okay? Yeah. Nice. Very nice, very nice. Okay. Because this is something, the foundation. To grasp it, is what we are seeing there in the book is word picture. The word picture, words are the descriptions of things that are existing. The words, names do not create anything. Are you getting that point? Because of a book on Himalayas doesn't exist. Because of the name of the flower in the botany book, that the flowers of the trees do not exist. Because of the descriptions about my body, about my sense organs, about my thought, about myself, we don't exist. Because we exist, the books are talking about it. We, for our existence, do not depend upon any book. No book is authority, no person is authority, nothing in this universe is authority, but my existence. I am the authority for my existence. I exist because I am. Suppose you can't say you are not here. What do you mean I am not here? You can tell me, get out of this place. Your body can get out. Get out of this place means who is getting out? You are pushing your body out. You can push me out of your place. I told you the story. You are more powerful than God. All pervasive cannot push us out. Limited people only can get you out of your house, your village, your country, your continent. Even from the planet now also they can throw you out to another planet. But can they throw me out of the universe? Can anybody? You cannot. They can say, I am confiscating your things, all your properties. Confiscate. Confiscate my thought. Confiscate my thought. You can restrict my thought. And suppose my happiness depends on this object, deny that object, take away that object. You can't say, don't think about that object, can you put in a restriction on a thinking? You can't. That is like political prisoners, ideological prisoners. They can be, you can put them in a cave or a place or something, whatever you can, but you can't take out that thing. And more so in this knowledge, you can take away somebody's things, but you can't take away somebody's self, their happiness.
Because every moment of object is possible with himself. So this is something which you see here now as it is. So, we can follow the books so that it comes back to us. That is why I felt compelled to look at the picture. Okay? This is how it is. Very beautiful. Simple, go away straight away. So there is a flower. Okay? And here are your eyes. And your head is here. Just take that head here. Okay? So this is your head, in which what happens? Drashtu, darshan, drushya, drashtu, drushya, drashtu and drushya, samayoga. This is drushya, seen. How shall I do the picture of a sound? I can't do a picture of a sound and some mark, don't worry about it. So you take it. Sight, touch, taste, smell, you decide for yourself, but understand one principle. This is a sight. Object does not feel that it is a drushya, that it is seen, drushya, sight, is an object to be seen. It is drushya. The object doesn't feel it is a sight to be seen. It doesn't feel. Eyes do not feel that they are shia. Okay. Through the perception, yes, thought takes place. Yeah. So now we will transfer it here. So when you do that, now that is thought takes place. So here suppose to look at it. So this head is here. So this thought takes place. I see the object through the perception, thought takes place. Now when this thought takes place, what happens? This is not an impression. This is the impression, vasana. Impression. Right. Usually people use vasana in a different sense. Is that you suppose the first taste of coffee is coffee. You know that coffee, there is a coffee thought, that the sensation is there, the memory is there. But if I want coffee, there is a dart becomes a vasana. But this so-called big desire for coffee begins with what? First thought, no. The first thought was the impression, your build-up also is impression, vasana. Because as even the first thought by itself cannot affect you. The entire build-up will not affect you unless you are a prisoner of the thought. Just like a brick. A brick is not a house, but brick by brick you make a wall. Then brick by brick you make a house. Like that you build up. Now you can take 1,000, maybe take 2 years to build a house. How long will it take to get out of the house? Just walk out. In this thought, listen carefully. You may laugh at it. Oh, so somebody say, I don't want it. So immediately I get out of the thought. Yes, you can. Unless you identify the thought. That is why you discover your strength. Because this thought, listen carefully, by itself cannot tie me down unless the I thought, unless this I thought goes on telling, I this, I have this, I want this, I want this. This is the one which created. How does it get involved with it? Because first it says, I know this thought. Listen. For this, I to say, this I owns up many things. I see the flower. Flower is seen. It shall say, I am the seer. When it says, I am the seer, in reality, eyes are seeing. So with the object seen, he says, I see the flower. With the eyes seeing, he says, I see. With the thought being there, he says, I know. And how does it know? If eyes is seeing, if it says, I see, what is that is knowing? Because of which says, I says, I know. When he says, I see, this thought doesn't see, I see. This object doesn't feel seen. I do not feel seen. But because the I see, I say, I see. Now, because the thought comes, he says, I think, or this is my impression. How does it know this impression? What is that knows? Are you getting that? What is that knows because of which it says, I know? Are you getting that point? What is that something which knows because of which it says, I know? That knowing principle, the consciousness. We have seen it long time. We have seen it. Okay. Are you getting that point? So this is, I say, I know. So the knowing principle, this, because of which the I shall say, I know. With eyes seeing, it says, I see. With the thoughts, object seen, it says, I am the seer of the object. With the thoughts coming, it says, I am thinking. With the consciousness, this principle knowing, it says, I know. So in reality, this I fellow doesn't do anything. Everything is, the creation is existing not because of the I. The eyes are not existing because of this I. With individuality was not there, but I was born, no. The body was born, eyes were seeing, everything was existed. See the beauty, simplicity of it. Neither it creates a thought. The thought is created by the eyes seeing the object. Now for same way to know, it must be something else is knowing. So in reality, the I has nothing except only identity it creates. That is why modern language, identity crisis. Who creates your identity crisis? This fellow creates your identity crisis. I am a seer of the thought. I am the seer. I am the hearer. I am the toucher. I am the smeller. I am the seer of the object. And then also, I am rich. I am poor. You understand? It goes on. More educated, more identities. More number of identities or identity crisis. Who am I? Whose problem is this? None of these things. Only for this the crisis. And this crisis when it comes, immediately how beautifully Shastra reveals it. So, the seer is the eyes, seen is the object. Drashtu, darshana. Between the two, when they come together, shamayoga, when they come together, why? Because the object is there, it will not be a thought until the eyes see. Eyes can see, but see what? Unless the object is there, it is seeing, but it will not be a seer until an object is there. Are you getting that? Until an object is there, it cannot be a seer. So see what? So see the object. So this seer. Now, when the two things come together, sansparsha, they come together, then comes your sensation and also comes your impression. Impression comes. When this impression comes, this is a thought, a vritti. Okay. Now suppose, please see, suppose this is a vritti. Suppose previously, that is why a lot of groundwork is to be done. People jump straight into that, they don't understand. See, suppose you previously, having experienced a flower, and you have created a vasana, I want to see, then what will happen? Now we are missing the flower. When you are missing the flower, that really bothers you. Because the object in the world you don't miss without the thought of the object in your head. The object in the world will not be missed without the thought of the object in your head. So when you go on thinking, I want, you create a strong impression. That impression becomes a desire. Now that disturbs you because I don't want it. How do you get rid of it? Again you go back to bhoga. You want to see that flower with your eyes. When you see this, what you want to see is the object of the thought. What makes you to demand is thought of the object. So you want to see the object of your thought. So when the object of thought and the thought of the object match, thought disappears. When the thought goes away, ananda pratyaya, that is the time, even the thinker also suspended for some time. Because this was we are demanding, I want missing it. But the moment this and this came together, not only thought disappears, even the thinker disappears. Suspended for some time. That is the Ananda Nishchaya Pratyaya. How do I talk it out? You must see it. That is why sit down and think. See it for yourself. And it's such a big deal. It's so simple. Please see, much more simpler thing is coming. You will be amazed by it. So this is consciousness. That is the thing. And which is same Ananda Pratyaya, Ananda, now beautifully said. Do you know what? Oh, that language. Darshana Prathama Bhasa. The first hint of perception. When you say, I am seeing, listen, when you say, I am seeing, you are bringing too many things together. When you say, I am seeing, listen, when I say I am seeing, your eyes need to see. If your eyes are closed, can you say I am seeing? Seeing what? So when you say I am seeing, eyes are seeing. What you are seeing? Object is seen. And when both the object and the eyes come together, the thought is seen. And who is thinking that? The eye is there. So all these are the drushya, object, drashta, the eyes, and the vasana, the impression. When tyaktva, when you give up, give up means what? If you want to give up, listen carefully. Oh Mahadeva, it is so beautiful. If you want to give up the object that is seen, the eyes that is seeing, and the thought that is created, when you want to give up the drushya, seen, drashta, seer, vasana, impression, which one you should give up? The eye which is making it impression, seer, and drushya. Are you getting that point? Without the presence of the individual, who shall name it as the object of sight? And eye is seeing, thoughts are coming. Who shall say? So tyaktva. So this eye, what does it do? Which one you should give up? Itself. But instead of giving it itself, it denies the object. It closes the eyes. Try to remove the thought. Eye is pampered. That is where the religion, or this is where the people who talk about meditation, all these things, 5 rupee meditation, 5,000 rupee meditation, or this. I don't want to talk about that again. I get flustered about that. Don't worry about it. It doesn't matter. Let the world say whatever it says. Somebody, whatever, let them say. You as a thinker, take it for yourself. What is right? What is happens? You think. Who makes your problem? Only this eye. So when you say tyaktva gives up, what happens? When this is given up, the eye is not there. Innocent thought, innocent eyes, innocent object. The universe just in existence. And how it all happened? Darshana prathama bhasa. Consciousness, awareness, yourself is the prathama avas. The first. In relation to these 3 and the thought, this is prathama by itself. Mouth is sealed, tongue is tied, thought is suspended. Adhuda, that is what you are. So simple. Can a teacher fix up that consciousness in your head? 5 rupees, I will drill consciousness into your head. Huh? I will remove your thought. What is they doing? To remove your thought, they are putting entertainment. Secular entertainment, religious entertainment. Remove this. Or why are you blaming the thought? Or why are you unnecessarily giving credit to the thought? Why are you giving a credit to sensation? Why are you removing the sensation? Why are you fighting with sensation? These fellows neither deserve a credit nor they deserve to be dismissed. How simple. It doesn't deserve a credit or to be dismissed. You can give it a credit to see. But seeing is not a problem. Seeing is not a problem. It is a problem for somebody. By itself is not a problem. Are you getting that point, please? By itself, cyclone is a problem. Name anything by itself is a problem. Death by itself is a problem, or I am dying. Youth by itself is arrogance, I am young. Thought by itself is a problem, I am why this thought is coming. Is it a credit? I know. This fellow. Are you getting that point? So please see that. When I say see, darshana, that is why this tradition, what is it? Darshana. Darshana means also the awakening. Awakening means what? Not that at any time you are sleeping. You are always using. Somebody reminds you. This is what it is. So when you, please put yourself in this map. Where are you now? The child is usually here. Object seen. Little bit fellow, then comes back to his body. Then it can be, you can be losing your eyes, ears, tongue, taste, anything. Most people are lost here in the thought. Finished. Then some people are struggling here. Remove the thought for meditation or have this particular thought in meditation. I shall give you a particular practice. What are you doing? You are confusing my interior. This interior decoration is dangerous interior decoration. In this decoration, the awareness yourself, call it Brahma, call it Atma, call it Chetana, call it Ananda, call it anything you like. Whatever you say. Sat, Chit, Ananda, that which is ever existing, consciousness, bliss, everything is here. Once you are introduced, thereafter what should you do? Which one you should have or you should not have? Because now you know it's up to you. You are a happy man, happy person. I'll give a simple example, then I move into experience what today, friends. Amazing. I will surely, even if 5-10 minutes delay, don't worry about it. I'll continue. You can always cut it off because it's not meant for any type of thing. Okay, just think of it. Yesterday, today let me stand and talk, okay? Yesterday, I had been to somebody's house. Somebody invited me for lunch, dinner. I mean, lunch yesterday, something, doesn't matter. He was asking, Swamiji, how to keep my body healthy? Listen carefully. Okay, I know I am immortal, absolute, no problem. But how to keep the body healthy? I said, that's a beautiful question because immortality is very easy. Maintaining mortality very difficult. Have you seen a hospital opening for immortality maintenance? They don't even know there is an immortality. But mortality maintenance is very, very difficult. What is Corona doing? A small little, stupid little, invisible virus. 8 billion people are rolling. The top species, the human being, are finished. Anyway, friends, please see that. How to keep this body going? It's a simple thing. Don't make it a big deal. Physical body is an instrument. Atmanam rathinam vidhi sariram rathamevadu. The body is a chariot. Call it a car, call it a vehicle. Listen carefully. This body vehicle has to be maintained. Your legs are like tire wheels. It goes like that. Eyes are like the focusing light. It goes there. Okay? Inside, like a car is there. The driver is inside, looking through the glass. Control panel is inside, driving outside. This physical body, exactly like a vehicle. Eyes, ears are outside, but control panel is inside. Control panel is inside. Looking at it, you are driving the car. How shall you go there? Suppose you don't know the way to a place, can you travel? What speed you should go, what you should speak, what you should not speak, all these things you know that. It controlled from here. Please think of it. Now, this physical body has to be maintained because it has a special quality, hunger. Hungry. Petrol runs out, your car stops. Petrol runs out, the car stops. So you have to give this petrol. What type of petrol you give? So it has got food. What is the food? Any food will take away your hunger. Any food will sustain you. But the physical body being what it is, it needs protein, carbohydrate, different types of, phosphorus, sodium, this and that, everything it needs. So you must have a very balanced food so that it can continue. Just like a vehicle needs a petrol. In a petrol car you put diesel, car is finished. If you put a diesel car, you put petrol, car is finished. I am a rich man, I will put orange juice, the car is finished. You can't give what you want. You shall give what your car wants. Give your body what the body wants. What does the body want? Body doesn't want anything. wants only food for hunger. Listen carefully, friend. You shall get rid of so many problems. Because I want to eat, I feel like eating. Does your body feel like eating? Does your body feel like eating sweet? Does your body feel like eating this or eating that? No. Think of it. Your body doesn't feel like... Just think of it. What is that?
She's calling.
Okay. Right. Well, it doesn't matter. Please think of it. Don't worry about it. It's all part of the game. That is why Arjuna was taught the whole thing in the battlefield. Don't worry, you don't have to go to cave for that. So your body, whatever your body needs, you give it to the body. Okay? Right. Now what do we do? Do I feed the body? Or I feed what I feel like? See the difference. Today I feel like eating the donut. Today I feel like eating chocolate. Hey, but your body cannot take it, it's diabetic. No, I feel like. So you can't stop it. Understand? So body is fed. Listen. So when the body is fed, it must be fed with the things that the body needs. Okay? Number one. So if you go on eating for the body is whatever the body needs, by go on feeding it, one thing you miss out. Why? What did you miss out? When you are eating, can you eat without tasting? With the food going to your mouth, taste is inevitable. Body, listen carefully, friend, this is a very important statement. Yesterday came, I must share with you. Your body needs food. Ahankar, I thought, needs taste. This I thought needs the taste. Body needs the food. Only food. If you don't see, you are not dying. If you don't hear, you don't die. If you don't touch, you don't die. If you don't taste, you don't die. You don't smell, you don't die. But if food you don't take, you die. That is a physical need. Are you getting that point? See simply. The body needs food, therefore body must give food. So hunger must go from the world. Feed the hungry. Don't feed this converted fellow or that converted fellow. Hunger, human need, from Alaska to Timbuktu. From anywhere to anywhere. Human beings, they must be fed. Even animals you can feed. Birds we should feed. Hunger. Hunger has no religion. Hunger has no caste, no creed, no sex, no race, no nothing. Please. So hunger you feed. But while eating, taste you cannot escape. Taste you cannot escape. The moment you taste, the taste comes up. And say, oh, I like the chocolate. I like KFC. I like pizza. I like potato. I like broccoli. Any particular vegetable, something I like. Who is trying to like it? Tongue is telling? So the eye likes it. So the eye, that obsession with the taste overtakes the need for the food. That is why people go crazy. They satisfy their food, hunger, not with what body needs, but with they feel like eating. That is where the equation goes topsy-turvy. So when you eat what you feel like, your body goes for a sixer. 350 kilo, 450 kilo. Okay? Then very difficult. How can you live without it? You cannot live without food, but you can live without a particular food. See it and think it, friends. Then only life will be fantastic. Then listen carefully. So why is he wanting that particular taste? Who is wanting the particular taste? I want the taste. So the body doesn't want the taste. Body wants the food. Individuality wants the taste. Why does he want the taste? Because you want happiness. So the taste is a thought. It is a thought. It's Thai food, Thai food, Thai food, Indian food, Indian food, Indian food. So what do? This eye will take your body to the place where the Thai food is available. Where the Indian food is available. Or make the fellow to learn that and cook it. But see the point. When the Thai food, or Indian food going on, or the, whatever is bothering you, you take that food. When you take that food, that satisfies your demand, the object, the food that you wanted, and the food that you are thinking about, when they match, relief, the eye suspended for a few minutes until another thought comes. At that moment, what is your happiness? Self. So friends, resolve it for once for all in your life. Body needs food, provide it. Eye needs the taste, organize it without compromising on your food. So that healthy food you can eat without compromising. Don't say rich people only will eat that. Rich people can eat there and fatso and die. Poor fellow live longer. They eat less, they eat more in the end of the day. 90 years they live, or 70 or 80 years they live longer. The fellow eat, 28-year-old, heart attack, dead. Understand? So for your taste, if you want, manage the taste. Have the food which is good for the body, or the taste for the satisfaction of the eye. Happiness, yourself. Imagine, you are happy with yourself, you add spice to life by adding spice to the taste, and sustaining the body with the food. What is the problem? Tell me what is the problem. Are you getting that point, friends? How majestic, how beautiful. Every person can be happy in life. Instead of telling them, don't eat this, don't eat. Hey, that way you can say that. But no such rule will be universal. Don't say, I don't want to eat meat. Otherwise, you don't eat meat because you are in Indo-Gangetic plain, on a river valley civilization. Why should we kill anybody for that matter? But don't tell that to the person who is living in the forest, a forest dweller. Don't tell it to the Amazon people. Don't tell it to the Antarctica people. Don't tell it to the people who are in polar regions or Arctic Circle. What can they eat? What can they eat? Don't think that every time there was a plane load of vegetables are landing everywhere. It doesn't work. Therefore, it doesn't mean encourage people. Why should you do that? In that country, so much cold, if they eat animal fat, they are sustained. You eat animal fat, you are dead. Very simple. And give them grass, they will die. You give them grass, they will die. So don't pass judgment on anything. Understand, friends? So clearly you see, provide the food for the body. You want to see places? Yes. But go to that place which gives you little pleasure. What's wrong with that? But if you cannot go, you are not dead. And what is the happiness? Yourself. What type of food? Any type of food. Hunger goes on, hungerlessness comes. What type of sight, what type of taste, what type of sound, what type of anything. Everything is beautiful. Yadruchalava santushta dandvadita vimaschara. Yadruchalava santushta yedavad. Whatever comes in life, fantastic. Who can touch you? Getting that point, please? Now, if that you understand, we shall talk about experience. Okay, friends? I hope it is clear now. I will talk about now experience. I will use this picture. Experience. One word, today we shall say Darshana Prathama Bhasa. The first hint of any experience. That word in English is dangerous. In Sanskrit it is Anubhava. But even people born into this tradition, they are not aware. We are not aware. When I was born in you are all born, you tell me who introduced you to Anubhava experience? Which school, which college, which university? It doesn't matter whether it is in your tradition or is not in your tradition. We are victims of our own circumstances. Our parents teach us what they know. They pass on also what they don't know. Everywhere. Everywhere. Don't blame anybody. They have done their best. Now you want to start thinking? Think. And don't say that religion is bad or this religion. No. Somewhere, sometime they are trying to put some semblance of order in life. So they said, do this, do this, do this. It's just like that. All the circumstances you can see that. Like suppose in India, they say before getting into the house, wash your feet. Why? everywhere dust and heat. So before coming to do that. Now in a country, in an Arctic circle, shall we ask them to wash your feet and come? Where are the feet? Where is the feet? The feet is never seen. It is always in the boot. What do they carry? Why should they remove it? Anything? It's a different thing. If suppose in a hot country like India, Africa and others, you don't need to drink wine or whiskey and all that stuff. Why? Plenty of water is available. In European countries, American, South America, all these northern hemisphere, southern and northern extreme hemisphere, what happens? 6 months the thing remains covered with the, what do they say, snow or the ice. Can they drink water? No. So in the summer time, when there is grapes, make wine out of it. Some fruits, make wine out of it. Do it. The wine doesn't freeze, so you can drink it throughout the year. But the water freezes. But we are all westernized. Now the western fellow is easternized. Why the easternizing and westernizing should happen? You be west, or else you will be west, W-S-T. Why should it be the east? What is the west and east? That's why they say, when in Rome, do as the Romans do. Wherever, whatever. In India, suppose you have to bathe 3 times, because hot. Sweating, heat, all that stuff. Dust, everything. Morning bathe, afternoon bathe, night, evening bathe. Fine. Go to Arctic Circle for a travel. Winter time or even in summertime, it is cold. Winter time, so cold. You are in deep freeze. Do you bring deep freeze vegetable and wash it? What is this? When you deep freeze, your body has no sweat, no nothing. So you bathe once in 1 month. That's fantastic. Enough. But the fellow comes here, he wants to bathe once in 1 month in India. What will happen? He will be a stinking factory. And this man goes there, he wants to bathe 3 times in the Arctic Circle. Die of pneumonia. Anyway, friends, I don't have time for. Ishvara, you think for yourself. Now we shall see one word, experience. Okay? Look, friends. Relax, enjoy. When you say you are experiencing, start with this. Okay, I am just going to make it up a little, just to experience, explain it. I will come back to that, don't worry about it. Just see how beautiful it is. Now, this is the world. All these things are there, these mountains are there, rivers are there, the trees are there, animals are there. This world is there. Anybody experiencing it? Tigers may be experiencing it, animals are, even microbes may be experiencing it, but they don't pride, I am experiencing it today like this. Today that microbes say I was in the tiger's ear, tomorrow I am in the lion's ear. It's nonsense, they don't think like that. None of this, until a human being comes. Okay? A human being comes. When the human being comes, child is born. Listen friends, the child is born. When the child is born, the experiencing begins. This is where you must see, friends. Think it for yourself. Please see it. Look at a child. We have lost our childhood and we can't learn as a child. But looking back to childhood and looking back at a child, we can learn. This child is experiencing. Listen, the child is experiencing. When you say the child is experiencing, what does it mean? Seeing happens. Can the child say, I see? Is it necessary to say, I see to see? Seeing happens. Hearing happens. Breathing happens. Tasting happens. Touching happens. He doesn't care. Think of it. It happens. It just happens, right? Now suppose, please see, it happens. Now, suppose, now this is childhood. I'll come back to it beautifully. It happens naturally. Now, you take as an adult. The child doesn't say he's experiencing or not experiencing. The child will demand, I want to experience that only. It has no language, nothing. Imagine it now when you are a 15-year-old. If you are a 15-year-old, 10-year-old, 15-year-old, when this begins, I want to experience, I want to see. Listen carefully. When you say, I want to see, appreciate friends, does the flower demand to be seen? Demand to be experienced? No. When you say you want to experience the flower means what? You want to see the flower. You want to smell the flower. So seeing is an experiencing, smelling is an experiencing, touching is an experiencing, tasting also is an experiencing. Are you getting that? Experiencing. Okay? Experiencing. I want to experience the flower. So you want to, seeing is an experiencing. Listen friends. Think. Seeing is an experiencing or seeing the object is an experiencing. When you say seeing, seeing by itself is experiencing. When you are seeing the object also is experiencing. Suppose the objects go away, experiencing the flower will go away, but experiencing, will it go away? Seeing the mountain, if the mountain disappear, mountains will go away. But can the seeing go away? The flower will disappear. So, when you are using the words, I am experiencing the flower, what it means is, you are seeing the flower. Okay? Suppose you close your eyes, what shall you say? I am experiencing. Experiencing what? Not seeing. So seeing is an experiencing. Understand? Experiencing is seeing, not seeing, and the objects. Experiencing the flower. Experiencing seeing the flower. Not experiencing seeing the flower, but experiencing is continuous. Okay? Listen carefully. When you say I am not experiencing the flower, you are seeing the flower, not seeing the flower, that is also experience. Now, you say, I am experiencing the object, experiencing the thought. Okay? See that word, how it is moving. Experiencing the object, experiencing. Experiencing the seeing the object, experiencing. Experiencing the thought of the object, experiencing. Right or wrong? Right? Now, the object goes away, experiencing the absence of the object. Experiencing not seeing, your eyes are closed. Thoughts are gone. Experiencing the presence of the thought, experiencing the absence of thought. Right? Right or wrong? Right. Stop experiencing. That is the billion, not billion, trillion dollar question. Can you stop experiencing? Anubhava Swarupa. Go step by step, friends. That is why this is Darshana Prathamabhasa. For any sight, sound, taste, touch, smell, for any experience, you are the primordial, the beginningless. And who is that? Who is not that one? There are billions who may or may not be seeing a flower, sound, taste, or smell, sight, different varieties. There shall be billions who may have eyes, may not have the eyes, or the sense organs. There shall be many who they will have millions of different thoughts or no thought. It doesn't matter. But nobody shall say, I am not experiencing. Anubhava. Now, just for your convenience, can you do one thing, friends? Change that word experiencing to knowing. Yesterday I was thinking, when it came, I jumped out of my chair, I said, oh God. Think. Experience is like, just replace that word knowing. Knowing is continuous. Please see. Some people say, I know the object. Know the object means what? You are experiencing the object. Seeing is knowing. Seeing is believing. Are you getting that point? Experiencing is knowing. Experience is believing. Think of it. You know the object. How do you know the object? Through your eyes. So eyes are seeing. Eyes are seeing. You are knowing that your eyes see. Long before the child starts the word experiencing, knowing he shall be comfortable with. Knowing. Until the knowing develops another meaning. Knowing the flower means having the thought of the flower. Then you say you know the flower. That is why that word becomes difficult. That is why Chit Swarupa is experience, knowledge, Jnana Swarupa. Chit, consciousness, is pure knowledge. Jnana, when you say, that is a thought of the object. Knowing does not mean knowing the object as a thought. Knowing as a principle. Chit Swarupa is everywhere there. People who have heard it for many years, all these things, it will be so easy for you. Person who comes first time, he shall get a grasp it, no doubt we can do that. But, understand. Think of it. That is why this is like a teaching, it's a tradition, not cheating. For any type of teaching, you have to ask money. Why? Because physics, chemistry, mathematics, some fellow has spent money to learn it. He has to keep himself well informed about it. He has to do a lot of things to keep himself, well informed about it. What should you do to be yourself? And if you are struggling to collect your ideas about yourself and then to talk, stop talking because you will be only destroying people. You don't know. Here a subject is just look at myself and talk. And you are here to be who you are. I am not trying to make you an engineer. In the Upanishad class, self-knowledge class, do you come here to be engineer? Doctor, that is many people they call practical. This is knowledge. Is it going to help me to get a job? Will it help me to be an engineer or doctor? I can pay for engineer, I can be a doctor, engineer, I can get paid for that. That is why once you go for that job, then what happens is, everybody goes for it. Why? Because everybody needs that type of money, that type of thing, therefore you go for that type of, you make yourself. But suppose you tell your interviewer, what is your qualification? I am the happiness. I am immortal. We don't need you. Why? Because if you tell everybody's happiness, their business will close down. All the factories, what are they producing? God, goods of desire. They are selling God. God, goods of desire. Now suppose a person is happy with himself. Think, friends. You need the food for the body, simple food will do. That is simple living. You can do that. We are already complicated ourselves. Simple living. But long before we know about it, aware of it, already everything has been complicated. So we can't live without air conditioning, you can't live that. Anyway, friends, that is too many things to talk about, don't worry about it. But here, knowing, please, the child knows what? You can say, I know the flower. I know I am seeing. Are you able to see? Yes, yes. How do you know? I know. What do you know? I can see. Can you see it clearly? Yes, yes, yes. How do? Are you getting that? When you are asking him, can you see? Do you see that flower? Yes. Will you ask somebody? No. Do you know you are seeing? Yes, I can see. True to the object there is a thought? Yes. Do you know that? Yes. You are call it experiencing. The same experience, what you call experiencing, is knowing, means chit. Chit means awareness, consciousness. This is always there. But where is get confident, you know that. So this is jnana swarupa, the consciousness is there. But suppose you say, do you know the flower? No. When you say, do you know the flower? He knows the thought. We are not talking about the general awareness. We are not talking about the name of the flower. So the knowledge, that English word knowledge, knowledge of the object, meaning the name should be given to the object. The name should be given to the thought. Then only you know it. If you don't, you say, I don't know. When you say you don't know, what it means is you don't know the thought of the object. You don't know the object of the thought. It has not been named for you. But do you mean to say you are unconscious? So the knowing has two meanings. Are you getting that point? The knowing has two things. The first thing, I know universal. What you know? Individual. Knowing. Are you getting that? So, name it experiencing, always there. Stop experiencing. Come on. Understand, friends. To organize experiencing is a tough job, you know. I'm talking objective sense. You want to experience music? Call the music fellow. Put up a stage. Bring the sound system. Taste your ear. You want to experience? You have to organize what you want to hear. Who should sing? Your ear. Your instrument should be all right. Lighting, what all things you organize to have an experience. You want to touch something. Experience. Touch something. I want to touch the cobra. Get a cobra. Very, very difficult. I want to touch a snow leopard. Very difficult. No, wild thing forget. Even I want to touch somebody. Touch and see what happens. Electric shock. You will be destroyed. The face that launched 1,000 ships, Helen of Troy, right? How much you organize to experience. I want to see a place. I want to see the Amazon forest. I want to see the Everest peak. To see what all things you have to do, experiencing. How many things you have to do? I want to taste this food, that food. You know how much? Then Japan, you should see that one particular grape, some 50,000 rupees per kilo. Anybody wants to taste? A truffle, the Macau, Hong Kong billionaire purchased it for $350,000 only. 350 auctions at $350,000 for a huge truffle. Pure white. The pigs can only stink it and bring it out. Nobody can smell it. Can you afford? This fragrance, $1 million fragrance, people are selling. What is that? Will it keep you alive? No, but the world has become like that. Signature model, exclusive things. What are you trying to be? Understand, friends? So when you want to know that object, please, how much you want to organize? Experiencing, remember it as a mantra, experiencing a sound, music, experiencing a touch of any kind, a person, a thing, experiencing the sight, different sightseeing, planetary, extraplanetary, galactic, extragalactic, organizing the taste, hug, particular food, particular subject, particular vegetable, particular something. What an effort. Seasonal, not seasonal, available here, not available there. What an effort. And cooking. Who shall cook? What are the ingredients? What all things? smelling, a fragrance, to produce that particular. How much work you do for experiencing a sound, touch, taste, smell, sight. How much you should struggle to produce that impression, that thought in which you want to revel. Because unless you have that experience, creating that thought is as expensive as the object that you want to create. Because unless that object is created, how would you experience it? So some people spend all the money to create that shopping center, or to create that food court, or to create that resort, so that you can go freely, not freely, pay some money. They have spent $100 billion to put it, you pay $100,000, smell it, experience it, and come back and tell everybody, I have experienced. And the person cannot do, I don't think I can go there. Understand? To organize an experience is very, very expensive, you may or may not have it. To organize, to have a thought about it is very expensive, you may or may not have it. But please, how much should you pay, whom should you pay, and when should you pay, and where should you go just to experience? Anubhava Swarupa, Darshana Prathamabhasa. Everybody is a trillionaire. Somebody wants to struggle to have something so that he can be happy. Understand, friends, take this $1 billion. My day one from 76 onwards I have been talking. So beautiful. Go to Swamiji, understood this reality. Whatever Swamiji, our Swamiji is a wonderful teacher. Beautifully revealed. And once you see that, somebody struggling to have something to be happy. Suppose you are happy, you have as well have everything. You have as well have everything. Now there is a freedom to choose or not to choose. Like, as I told you, food is a must for the body. So give the food that the body needs, not that you feel like eating. But I feel like tasting. So the taste belongs to the individuality, not to the body. So add the taste if you feel like. Nothing wrong in that. But balancing it with the food so that it doesn't destroy the body. They don't deny the taste either. But no, I am a very austere person. I don't want to. The choice is yours. You choose to be austere, fine, but don't preach austerity. Oh yeah, I want to indulge, but don't preach indulgence either. Neither preach austerity nor preach indulgence. Neither preach denial nor preach craving. That's why freedom cannot be preached. Help the person to be himself. The self, the awareness, consciousness, name it, Anubhava Swarupa, Jnana Swarupa. Same thing is a chit, consciousness, same thing is experience. Since it is always there, asti, immortal, sat, always there. It is Jnana Swarupa Chit. And that is also bliss. Because any moment of perception, what have you done is you have equated the happiness with the perception or a sensation or with an emotion. Some people are happy with the object, babies. Some people are happy with the sensation from the object. So they will pay any amount for that sensation. When you purchase something, why? A food, any amount, right? Any amount for that car, any amount for that flight, any amount for that person. How? Because you want to be happy. Somebody equated happiness with object, they will kill for each other for object. But you don't understand, no object can do it. Somebody other day sent me a beautiful line, friends. Gold, very precious. Gold has no fragrance. Sugar cane, very sweet, has no fruit. Sandalwood, very fragrant, no flower. That means what? Nothing in this world will have everything. It can be precious. It's a sound, but no touch, no taste, no smell. Anything. But yourself is something which has everything in it. The happiness that you get from the sound, taste, touch, smell, sight. The happiness that you get from the food, touch, taste, smell, everything. The happiness that you get from a thought, emotion of any kind, everything is one. That is why this is, one-stop finish. The one-stop shopping, they sell it. One-stop selling. One-stop selling. That is because they want to tell you, don't go anywhere. This is the place. Here, this is one-stop selling, go everywhere. Where? Don't ask me. I would like that meditation, go. I don't like that, don't go. I want to eat that, eat. I want to eat, don't eat. You shall be stunned, surprised, paralyzed by the sense of freedom that comes with it. Amazing. Like that simple English poem, with that I shall finish it, friends. When we were at school, there is a poem called Leisure. What is this life if full of care? We have no time to stand and stare. That is average man's life. What is this life? Full of care. I don't have that. I have nothing to see, hear, taste, smell, poor, like that. So organizing experience, organizing austerity, organizing denial, organizing puja, organizing worship, or organizing a drama, movie, any type of things. And your happiness depends on one thing or the other. How miserable. But when you see, for your happiness, you don't need either the object of experience, or the thought of experience, or the object thought, or the thought for that matter. Dhyatru dhyana dheya rupa dharma dharma vivarjita. Other mother's glory. Lalita Ambi. Dhyatru dhyana dheya rupa. Bhogtam bhojyam bhokta. That is bhojanam, bhojyam, bhokta. The meditator, object of meditation, all the three one and the same. Experiencer, object of experience, experiencing, all one and the same. What is enjoyed, enjoyment, enjoyer, all one and the same. When everything is one and the same about yourself, who you are, where shall you go? For what? What should you do? But if you say, by enjoying that I'll be happy, you can't. Seeing, experiencing that I'll be happy, listening that I'll be happy, you will be miserable. Think, friends. But suppose you are the happiness, you have as well listened to everything. Yasmin vijnate sarvamidam vijnatam bhavati syat. Knowing which everything is as well known. Touching which everything is as well touched. Achieving which everything is as well achieved. Reaching where every place is as well reached. Being which everything is as well. You are in unclear. What is the freedom, sir? And instead of helping the person to be himself, you are making him the follower of a practice, follower of a religion, follower of a political philosophy, political thinking, this food, that food, 1,000 different types of practices. Friends, practices will vary depending on the climate, time, place, conditions of life. It will vary. Can you do asanas every time in life, from childhood until your death? Can you do anything until the last moment of your life? Can you? Seeing something, touching something, tasting something. Don't you believe the intelligence of this universe? The best thing has come free. You don't have to search for it. You don't have to deny it. And once a person recognizes it, you can't even inconvenience him. With the worst inconvenience you can suffer is the loss of the body. Even when the body is gone, I am not gone. And the best thing you can gain in this world is by gaining the body, materially. Because every other gain is useless if your body is going to go away. Worst loss you can suffer is the loss of the body. Because if dead, none of your possessions will mean anything. So, what is the best thing then? Shall I grab some more or give up some more? Why are you dealing with that? You be yourself. Whatever you are looking for, not here, there, but look at it. Be yourself and freely through my body. Even before you feel the need for it, it has come. Huh? That is why when you really need it, desperately searching for it, and somebody points it out right on your backyard, right wherever you are experiencing something, in every thought, in every perception, in every sensation, in every object, in every thought, you are there. How shall you feel? What is stupid? I don't know, use that. How dumb I am, how dumb you are. You hate yourself, okay? Please, hate yourself with all pleasure and total abandon. Be the self. Thank you, friends. Thank you. Yes, and we shall see the verse tomorrow. Okay, another 2 verses only I'll take, because only other 2 verses will be very important. Every verse is important, friends, but we shall see. Don't worry about it. I'll see whatever, 2, 3 verses. But please, don't wait for the verse. As I told you in the beginning of the class, close your eyes. You don't have to wait. You can wait for a class, you wait for a verse, wait for a sensation, wait for a perception, wait for a person, wait for a condition, wait for rain, wait for summer, wait for youth, somebody helplessly waiting for death. You can't wait for immortality, you cannot wait for yourself, always there, because you are not there to wait for. If there is a sense of waiting, individuality is there. Space doesn't wait for the cloud to come. The individual waits for the cloud to come. In the space of consciousness, the space of consciousness doesn't wait for the cloud of thought or memories to come, objects to appear. It is the I. So therefore, don't get angry with the I. Let the fool be there to do the job. Engage him to speak, to talk, to communicate. So you are the master. Atmanam rathinam vidhi, shariram ratham evadu, the body chariot. You are the owner, the master. The buddhi, the thought, I thought, driver. Let it drive. But it doesn't drive looking for the master, because master looking for happiness, because happiness is just where he is. This type of thinking, my friends, completely make all your ordinary average thinking topsy-turvy. All thoughts that you have collected, gathered, giving false importance or more importance or no importance, suddenly becomes absolutely innocent. Because you being who you are makes everything so meaningful. What a blessing to be in this universe. Let it last as long as it lasts. Your body shall end, your senses shall end, your memories can fade. You are eternal, all-pervasive, absolute. Sanatana. Nitya sarvatasthanu, achaloyam sanatana. And that is the tradition. The whole vision, darshana, is based on that. Not on a person or a book or anything whatsoever. You are already that, even before you are introduced to it. Just be the self.
Thank you, friends. Thank you.